Imagine a world where death is not the end, a place where the finality of life is merely a pause, a temporary state awaiting a future revival. What if we could pause time itself, preserving our bodies until science finds a way to reawaken us? Envision a future where medical advancements have reached a point where death is no longer a permanent state, but a condition that can be reversed. This is the alluring promise of cryopreservation, the science of freezing human bodies at ultra-low temperatures to halt decay and potentially, one day, reverse death. Imagine the possibilities if we could preserve not just our bodies, but our memories, our essence, waiting for a time when technology can bring us back to life. While cryonics, as we know it, is a modern endeavor, the fascination with immortality is ancient. For centuries, humans have been captivated by the idea of living forever, of defying the natural order. Throughout history, humans have sought ways to cheat death, to hold on to life's fleeting moments. From the earliest days of civilization, we have been driven by a desire to extend our existence beyond the limits imposed by nature. From elaborate burial rituals to quests for the elixir of life, the desire to transcend our mortal limits is deeply woven into our collective psyche. Ancient texts and legends are filled with tales of individuals seeking eternal life, often at great personal cost. Could ancient civilizations, with their surprisingly sophisticated understanding of the natural world, have stumbled upon rudimentary forms of cryopreservation? Did they possess knowledge that has been lost to time? Knowledge that could unlock the secrets of immortality? Could the icy embrace of glaciers or the arid sands of deserts have unintentionally preserved remnants of the past, offering tantalizing clues about ancient cryopreservation practices? These natural environments, with their extreme conditions, may have acted as nature's own preservation chambers. Let's embark on a journey through time, exploring the intersection of ancient cultures, extreme environments, and the tantalizing possibility that the dream of conquering death might have roots far older than we think. By examining the past, we may uncover insights that could guide us toward a future where death is not the end, but merely a new beginning.
The ancient Egyptians, obsessed with the afterlife, perfected the art of mummification. They believed that preserving the physical body was crucial for the soul's journey after death. While not cryopreservation in the modern sense, mummification involved techniques that remarkably slowed down decomposition. The process was intricate. Organs were removed and stored in canopic jars. The body was then treated with natron, a naturally occurring salt mixture which drew out moisture and inhibited bacterial growth. After weeks of desiccation, the body was wrapped in linen bandages, often adorned with prayers and protective amulets. Though not intended to allow for reanimation, the Egyptians understood that removing moisture and limiting decay were key to long-term preservation. Their elaborate rituals and the remarkable condition of mummies, found millennia later, demonstrate a deep-seated human desire to preserve life, even in death.
While the Egyptians used arid deserts for preservation, could ancient cultures in colder climates have utilized the natural deep freeze for similar purposes? The Arctic and Siberian regions, locked in perpetual ice and snow, present intriguing possibilities.
Imagine ancient Siberian nomads, their lives intertwined with the unforgiving cold. Could they have observed the preserving power of ice? Perhaps they saw animals encased in ice, preserved as if frozen in time. Could they have adapted this natural phenomenon for their own burial rituals?
Similarly, the Vikings, renowned seafarers and explorers of the North Atlantic, would have encountered glaciers and icy landscapes. Their sagas are replete with tales of supernatural beings and realms beyond death, hinting at a fascination with immortality. Could their mythology reflect a real-world understanding of the preservative properties of extreme cold? These are tantalizing questions, and while concrete evidence remains elusive, the possibility of ancient cold climate preservation practices is too intriguing to ignore.
Section 4. Frozen in time archaeological evidence of natural preservation. While evidence of intentional cryopreservation in ancient times remains elusive, archaeological discoveries from icy regions offer compelling glimpses into the remarkable preserving power of natural freezing. These frozen time capsules provide invaluable insights into the lives, cultures, and even the DNA of people who lived millennia ago. One such discovery is Otzi the Iceman, a 5,300-year-old naturally mummified man found frozen in the Italian Alps. His remarkably preserved body, clothing and tools have provided a wealth of information about Copper Age Europe. Another example is the Siberian Ice Maiden, a young woman from the Pazyryk culture, who died over 2,500 years ago. Her intricately tattooed body, buried with horses and lavish goods, was found frozen in a tomb preserved by permafrost. These natural deep freezes offer a glimpse into what intentional cryopreservation might have achieved. The level of detail retained, from tattoos to internal organs, is astonishing, highlighting the potential of cold for long-term preservation.
Section 5. Legends of Ice and Resurrection. Myths. Echoing cryopreservation. Across diverse cultures, myths and legends whisper of heroes, gods, and mythical creatures frozen in time, awaiting revival. These stories span continents and epochs, from the icy realms of the Norse to the frozen tundras of the Inuit, each culture weaving its own unique narrative around the concept of suspended animation. These tales, passed down through generations, suggest a deep-seated human fascination with the idea of conquering death through cold. The notion that life can be paused and then resumed, like a story waiting to be continued, has captivated human imagination for centuries. Norse mythology speaks of Valhalla, a majestic hall where fallen warriors are chosen by Odin to await Ragnarok, the end of the world. In this grand hall, warriors are not just dead, they are in a state of readiness, preserved for a future cataclysmic battle. Could this grand hall, often depicted as a frozen wasteland, be interpreted as a metaphorical cryogenic chamber, preserving warriors for a future battle? The imagery of ice and cold in these myths might symbolize a form of ancient cryopreservation, a way to keep the essence of these warriors intact until they are needed again. Inuit legends speak of Kalupalik, a humanoid creature that lives in the sea and steals children, taking them to her icy lair. This creature, shrouded in mystery and fear, embodies the harsh and preserving nature of the Arctic environment. While meant as cautionary tales, these stories reflect an inherent understanding of the ocean's ability to preserve, albeit in a more macabre sense. The icy waters serve as a natural cryogenic chamber, maintaining the state of whatever it engulfs. These myths, while fantastical, hint at a deeper awareness of the relationship between cold and preservation. They suggest that ancient cultures might have recognized the preservative qualities of ice and cold, even if they didn't fully understand the science behind it. They suggest that the idea of using cold to cheat death might be deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness. This concept, echoed in various forms across different cultures, reveals a universal human desire to overcome the finality of death, to find a way to pause life and resume it at a later time, much like the modern scientific pursuit of cryopreservation.
Section 6. A timeless bridge from ancient practices to modern cryogenics. From the arid deserts of Egypt to the frozen wastelands of Siberia, ancient cultures grappled with the ephemeral nature of life. Their practices, whether intentional or accidental, highlight a universal human desire to transcend our mortal limits. While the connection between ancient practices and modern cryogenics remains speculative, the parallels are too intriguing to dismiss. Both reflect a deep-seated human desire to cheat death, to hold on to life in the face of the inevitable. Just as ancient Egyptians meticulously mummified their dead today, cryogenicists carefully prepare bodies, replacing blood with antifreeze solutions and cooling them to temperatures unimaginable just a century ago. Though separated by millennia, these practices share a common thread, the belief that death perhaps is not the end, but a pause, a frozen moment in time waiting to be restarted. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of life and death, who knows what secrets we might uncover from our ancestors, those who looked to the sands and the ice for a glimpse of immortality. Ancient scrolls and texts reveal the meticulous care with which our ancestors approached preservation. Hieroglyphics depict the sacred rituals of mummification, while modern diagrams illustrate the scientific precision of cryogenics. Both ancient tombs and modern cryogenic facilities serve as sanctuaries for those who dared to dream of life beyond death. The artifacts left behind by ancient civilizations and the cutting-edge equipment used today both tell a story of humanity's relentless pursuit of immortality. Scientists study ancient mummies to understand the past, while researchers in cryogenic labs push the boundaries of what is possible for the future. When viewed side by side, these preservation techniques, ancient and modern, reveal a continuum of human ingenuity and hope. The cycle of life and death is a constant, but the quest for eternal life remains a tantalizing possibility. As we look to the future, the evolution of preservation techniques may one day unlock the secrets to extending life beyond our wildest dreams. Through it all, the enduring human spirit continues to seek ways to defy the finality of death, bridging the ancient and the modern in a timeless quest for immortality.